What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Welcome back to episode 51 of the Trinity podcast. And you know what? We decided to, do some things. We decided to dispel some narratives, dispel some myths.
Oh,
really?
It's late.
Not really.
It's late.
You know
it's late.
Yeah.
It's late. It's 1 minute past. Still, it's late.
Yeah,
you got through. You got in. Still,
it's late, like United's deals that aren't gonna happen.
Oh,
yeah. It's late, like INEOS.
We got so much to get into, guys. We got a lot to get into.
It's crazy.
But wait, hold on. You're not gonna get into stuff without talking about being optimized. Look at the optimization. Look. yeah.
That's exactly right. KG's exactly right. Optimization. Scan the QR code on screen to subscribe to your Oxford Natural products, and you can get your supplements 70% off. And here's what it's all about.
This video is brought to you by Oxford Natural and the Optimum Day and Night capsules. This is the perfect way to take charge of your weight loss journey through Optimum. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the video description below to start your journey now. Look at the difference. I mean, just look at KG. The proof's in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. Scan the QR code on screen right there.
I was just thinking that. I mean, for an Oxford Natural supplement, the tagline, the proof is in the pudding, might not be...
Yeah, I don't think talking about pudding... Yeah, I thought that just...
You guys are smart enough. Come on.
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel like a health and a pudding.
Yeah.
You know?
Proof is in the KG looks like protein. The proof is in the protein. I don't know.
Yeah, protein. Yeah.
Proof in the protein.
The proof is in the protein. We'll get that changed for you guys. That's fine.
Yeah.
No problem. But you can save up to 70% off your Oxford Natural supplements right there. The QR code is on screen. The description is in the link in the video description below. And listen, it is a way of life. Yeah. And if you want that one-stop shop to your supplements, because you can go to Holland & Barrett, pick up a little bit of ashwagandha, pick up a little bit of magnesium, pick up a little bit of vitamin D, this, that, and the other. Or you can just have your one-stop shop, and we're offering you up to 70% off. Of course, like KG has said many, many times, this is not a diet pill. This is not something that you just take and you instantly lose weight. It is not that. We have showed you that. And if you're unsure about that, of course, it's a lifestyle. Check out the videos that we've done alongside Oxford Natural. It is way more than that. It is to aid you in your weight loss journey. It is to aid you in to basically being more healthy along with your exercise, along with your diet, etc., etc. It is a healthy supplement which has all natural products in it. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Dr. Andre, listen, with Leech's latest thing as well.
Yeah,
Andre, we're pulling up. So there's a lot to get through. But like we say, every single Trinity is brought to you by Oxford Natural. And of course, they'll be doing great stuff, which up until yesterday, we were having quite a lot of man of the matches in a row and giving away free shirts. Oxford Natural is sponsoring the man of the match segment of the show with the hashtag MOTM. Of course, yesterday it was an absolute shambles, so we didn't get one. But yes, you can also win man of the match shirts at your choice out of the three. Your home, your away, or your third shirt whenever we have a man of the match. Hopefully we have one against Leicester and we actually win the game and go through to the next round of the FA Cup. Because if we do, you can get your chance to win a man of the match shirt sponsored by Oxford Natural as well. And Joe Blackman says it straight away. KG looks pissed. Absolutely he does. Absolutely he does. A lot of Man United fans feel how KG looks right now. Guys, it's deadline day. Obviously, we wanted to do a deadline day special because, the hours are ticking down. The minutes are flying by. You might get a late deal. I don't know what that is. You get a late deal. You might get a little late.
KG's phone. Of course, it's KG's phone.
I didn't realize it was on vibrate. That was even better than usual, to be honest. But
it's on what? Vibrate?
Vibrate. Was it ringing loud? Was that ringing loud?
No, we could just hear the
vibrating, and yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Lil Yo-Yo says
vibrate.
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 That's what it is. Different phone. You ain't got that one, mate. iPhone 20. Ain't got it, mate. Vibrates.
Yeah, the vibrates.
There you go.
Vibrations.
Guys, it's deadline day and we're getting pissed.
I think we.
What's happening? Let's talk.
I think there's more to get into. There's more to really understand right now.
KG.
Go ahead.
Last Trinity, we did a segment of material about Tau turning down Spurs. You press the don't care button a million times.
Oh my God.
I pressed the Don Robbie button. Wait a minute button like a million times.
I forgot about
today. He's gone Spurs.
Well,
after joking about them, we've turned into the joke. And in the space of the last 30 minutes or so, just before we've gone live here, clearly Man United have gone to all of the journos, because the journos, the relationships they've gone. You getting anyone? You expect to do any business? And they've got no incomings, nothing happening this evening. And now they've basically reframed the entire January window by suggesting that, this window was actually more about getting our house in order as opposed to really doing anything in it. And you go, well, press the Don Robbie button again. This is what's great about it.
No, wait a minute.
I was of the understanding. I don't think, United fans were necessarily suggesting that, go spend £100 million, go do this, go do that. I think the expectation wasn't it, that, okay, if Rashford goes out on loan, you're going to get a replacement in on loan. I don't think people want us to be backed into a corner financially. We understand the issues financially. That's fine. But also, if you're going to do this, and if you're going to say that, PSR, it's just about getting the house in order, it's just about this, it's just about that, then when it comes to Ruben Amorim, don't pull the trigger, because you know what he's dealing with. This window has shut. We have less attacking options than we had previously, and our attacking options were shit before. So they're more shit now because we've got less.
Yeah.
We've got less. So let's realize where we're at. And I'm not even talking to the fans. I'm talking more to INEOS. Let's realize where we're at, because if you now pull any harebrained schemes or get out of control and make any rash decisions, you didn't make any rash decisions in January, so you set your stall out. You shouldn't do that for the rest of the season, right?
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Right.
You would think.
Perfect.
You would think.
And I think that's the perfect sentiment, and that's what we really need to understand here today, because yesterday, Ruben sent a message upstairs to INEOS, get me somebody. That was a strong message. He put Kobe, he basically dropped Xerxes, dropped Rasmus Højlund, and said, these two strikers cannot help me. And I know a lot of the narrative yesterday was, well, how can he start without a recognized number 9? But then I would say Kobe played better than the two players that came on after anyway. So that one throws it out there. That one throws that away. He desperately, he doesn't want to move. Kobe was playing in a 6, and he moved him to the 10 to the 9 straight. Like that kind of
the furthest away from midfield. He's trying to get him as
furthest away from midfield, and he couldn't help it, because guess what? He is a midfielder. So more and more as the game was going on, he found himself getting deeper and deeper. But listen, if Man United was to really back the manager as they're supposed to do, if Man United was supposed to back the manager, he should have got someone on loan. I remember I was saying, be creative. I never forget that there was a red carpet that I was doing, and I was like, I don't care what happens. We have to be creative and bring people in. And I wasn't talking about start buying everyone. I'm just talking about getting the right bodies. Man United need a few players that can help out, because we have 2 strikers that don't cut it. Unfortunately, they do not cut it. And yesterday was an indication. We saw what Mateta did to us, and there's a lot more of that in the Premier League. And it's a crying shame. And the simple matter is that our first game in the Premier League will be against Spurs. Watch this guy score. Or it could be we could meet them in the Europa League. If they say that we didn't get through and it was a 5 million, because it was a 5 million loan fee we're hearing, that's what they're bulking off. But you're telling me right now that the money that you saved off Anthony going, the money that you saved off Rashford going, you didn't have anything in the coffers to manage that. This guy gets paid 96,000 a week euros. There's no way that shouldn't be an issue. with all the cuts and everything you've been doing, you should have been giving Amarin the best chance to succeed. And I think it's going to get harder for him.
But what's
Can I give a
really
hot take
crazy
about
is the
that?
fact that.
About the-
Go on.
Go ahead.
No, go on. Hot take. Let's go.
All right. The hot take is I don't really care about the Tell deal. I don't really mind that much. When I heard he was going to Spurs, that genuinely doesn't actually bother me that much, because I wasn't convinced that he was. When it's like, put it this way, you know, when the announcement came, the report came out yesterday after the game, it was like the full-time whistle went, and it was like, you know how to get in Tell. At the time, me and KG, both of us, didn't we? Sort of went, yeah, but it's not probably really what we need, is it? You know what I mean? It's, you know, comes off the left. He's a young guy as well. I'm not sure if you put Tell in that team, suddenly we're going to be scoring loads of goals. I don't really care that much about that. I care more about the wider picture, and I worry more for Ruben, because I go, unless this was explicitly told for him when he came in, I think if you said to him, you know, December, when like Rashford was like, I'm going to leave, and he has subsequently left, I guarantee he would have been like, well, then we'll get in an attacking option, or I'll get a striker because I need a striker. If you told him that it's just going to be left wing back in January, and I suppose a centre back who's 18, he would have been like, shit. And then also you see how we're playing, like in terms of the players, the system, they can't do it. They don't understand it. Every game we're playing at home, unless it's literally the worst team in the league, which is a championship team in Southampton, we can't beat them at home. We can just sort of do okay away from home. I worry for him now, because even though that INEOS saying they're not panicking in this window, it's another thing. It's like, you know, a few weeks ago, Flex, we were sort of saying, if we keep losing games after games after games, like it does hit different, doesn't it? You feel it.
It does. You know, it does hit different. And look, a few minutes ago, Samuel Luckhurst, whether it's a briefing, well, it will be. Man United have prioritized their summer budget by deciding against attacking addition in the winter, paving the way for a major striker signing in the closed season. So that briefing literally tells us right there, guys, we didn't do anything now, because when we get to the summer, I know this is like a KG-ism, but I'm hearing the word Gyökeres there, or I'm hearing the word Osimhen there, I'm hearing the word the marquee nine. Yeah, it's as examples, but that briefing reads, I'll read it once again. Man United have prioritized their summer budget by deciding against an attacking addition in the winter, paving the way, making room for, a major striker signing in the closed season. So they're basically saying, we're not doing the sins of the past. We couldn't get anyone that's, tangible right now. We're going to do the major overhaul in the summer. And shout out my good friend Scott Saunders, good journalist. Scott Saunders used to be at 90 Minutes. He also tweeted something that I thought was interesting. He said, everybody says don't make the sins of the past. These are like alternative takes that are just for us to kind of mull on. Everyone says don't repeat the sins of the past, this, that, and the other. So INEOS tighten up the spending and don't do anything stupid. And everyone's calling it Glazeronomics. Like, which one do we want? We say, like, don't just throw money away. Don't just throw money at stuff, this, that, and the other. And basically, the club's saying that that's what they're doing. Now, my pushback to that is also with this Tell thing. See, I was the opposite to you, Owen. When I found out, maybe because I was sitting next to Abby at the time and I was live on DR, and AGT's gone, Romano Bomba, Matisse Tell. And I've gone, what? Please say it. And he's gone, yeah, he's agreed a bit, and he's gone Spurs. So maybe in the moment, I've gone, what the fuck? How? But I'll be honest, I'm still like, how has that happened, though? Because if we do the timeline of the Tell thing, he's rejected Spurs on a permanent, and Bayern Munich have accepted that because it's the best part of 60 million euros. Spurs put that down permanent. They wanted him permanent, right? He makes Daniel Levy come out there and says, no. He says, no, I don't want to come to you. Then it's Arsenal at the table and Man United at the table. We see that Man United have asked for Tell twice. They've put 2 offers in. They want just loan. Tell's agreed, wants to come to us. We're told by all the big wigs, and he says, and basically Bayern are like, nope, it doesn't meet our requirements, because basically we saw that Tottenham are asking for, like, they're actually going to give us peas for him. What I don't understand is how Spurs have basically come in with the same thing as us after he told them no, which is just a straight loan to the end of the season. I'm just asking, what has changed? Like, how did what I don't get is how did that happen?
5 million.
The reports are suggesting that Man United they were asked for a loan fee of £5 million, which they said no to, and obviously, and United wouldn't do it. And secondly, I don't know. It feels like from Tao's point of view, that is like, okay, straight loan, go to Spurs for 6 months. And then in the summer, he'll move to a bigger club, perhaps. But again, when it comes to the Tao one, I don't really care about it. Like the stuff that clearly the club are briefing to the journalists saying, oh, we don't want to sins of the past and we don't want to make the same mistakes. I don't have a problem with that. I don't. You watched the game yesterday. Even if we did get Intel or whoever, the season is a write-off. Like we ain't going on some ridiculous winning streak that's going to shoot us up the league at this point. Like it's not going to happen. I know you could say about cup competitions, maybe. All right, fair enough. But just face it, a bad team can win a cup competition. We won it last season. We won the FA Cup last season. We were a bad side. I don't have an issue with them going, all right, fine, right off the season, and there weren't the right options there in January. Cool, and we're going to save it, no problem. But then I'm saying, accept then the current circumstances for what they are, and don't make any rash decisions moving forward now, between now and the summer, because you've committed now. If you get to 2 or 3 months time, and they're like, sorry, Ruben, you're losing games with these players, you're going to have to get the chop. Then you would go, well, you knew that. You knew that. The precedent has been set. I mean, the records are going at the moment. The negative ones, the negative ones are going. So now it's almost like a weird reverse backing, isn't it? Of going, right, you didn't go with him in January in terms of bringing in all these players, which is fine if you're going to save it, but just understand the bed you've made for yourself for the next 6 months.
Yeah, so leave the manager alone.
Yeah. You're going to have to lie, and you're going to have to roll around in it.
But then this is where we have to be like sensible how we talk about this thing, because while we're all saying this, we have to remember, one, the Man United fan base, and two, just like, if we don't qualify for Europe, Man United will be in trouble. Like, I want to know what the outlay is. If we get into Europe, they always say Europe's really important. Do we have enough players? Do we have enough cover? And another thing that doesn't wash well with me is that all the briefing was before is the only way we can bring someone in is if Rashford goes. Rashford hasn't played in this team for how many games? 11 games plus? So you're now telling me that there should have been a plan for somebody else if whatever happens to Rashford. When we was light, it was down on players, and Rashford got back into the team against Newcastle. Flex was like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe he's there, this, that, and the other. Amram had to put him in because he needed the body. It wasn't the situation was fixed or everything was fine. So you're telling me we can't promise that's not going to happen. If we now lose Ahmad, if we lose Ahmad and Garnacho, we are stuffed.
We're already stuffed, even just with them.
Yeah, because even, and it's not like it's a great thing, but if we lose Ahmad and Garnacho, we've already, and I know Anthony wasn't giving us anything, but he was someone that could come in and run and try and do something. That we've lost 2 attackers. Now, I understand where you knew Rashford wasn't coming back. They had to do their job. They had to do their darndest hardest to find someone. I know I was talking about the Kola Mawani thing. There was all these players that was, Man United interested in a few. Then there was that thing of maybe we might not get Tell. We want some experience. Man United on the phone today are talking about trying to bring in Nkunku. So let's not give them the whole, oh no, you know what? We just wanted to be better than we were running before because this, that, and the other. You're talking about want to be better than you were before is, well, why have that strategic review, then sack the manager anyway? Why chase your whole time trying to bring in Dan Ashworth and then get rid of him anyway? Look at the decisions that you guys have made, and this has to be money. You have to pay these guys off. Why bring in Amarim and say, hey, you know what? I know your style of play is completely different to the players we got, but we're not going to give you the things you need. We're not going to expect you. I said it like this earlier. It's like, listen, get into a Nigerian restaurant and expected Italian food. What the hell are you doing in there, bro? You're telling him to change into something that he isn't. He can't do that. This is who he is. You saw me. The reason why he's attracted to me as I was is because of what you saw me doing there. You've now brought me to your spot and said, change everything about you. And we expect you to win games because we're Man United. But the last guy you sacked, he couldn't win the games. And these are his players. So now, and guess what? I'm seeing people talk about the manager and it's really disparaging. Obviously Moncler, Moisey, there's all these jokes and that's cool. But Man United fans are now starting to, say was better under the last manager. This would have been better under the last manager. Is that what we're going to do? So I'm worried, will he make it to the end of the season with how crap INEOS are. And when the Man United fans really get their voices up, things get difficult.
Well, this is what happened. Remember with like the early stages of the rut, before we went on this little turn of the year when we went, oh, okay, if we could beat Palace, that's a good little run. The first rut that we went, where we went, the one just before Liverpool and Arsenal, where we went, oh my God, if we lose 5-0, 5-0, this, like you could go. These were some of the things that were creeping in then. And here's the thing, right? We are very, like, we're very touchy as a fan base. We're very emotional. We're also like, none of us really know, like, what the answer is to, like, get back. So, like, Ruben may not well be the guy in 3 years or whatever. He said 2.5 years is to know whether I am. It might not be Ruben. It might be the next one. It might be the next one. But we're really behind Ruben and we like what we see. And we all appreciate the situation that he's basically had to come into. Hence why, let's be real, they gave him the ultimatum of it's now or never. He chose now instead of never because he wanted to leave at the end of the season to come here. Probably for all of this. Let's be real. He probably left or wanted to leave at the end of the season because you could foresee, maybe not even as bad as this, but you could foresee this type of scenario. We want you to come now. It's now or never. You won't have money in January. We will be trimming the squad. We will be getting rid of some top earners because we've got to do that.
You won't have time with the players.
We won't have time with the players because we've got a big schedule. But we're willing to knock that all on the head in that sort of, I know the term free pass was a discussion we had of don't say it like that, but let's be real. Well, look at the cards we've been dealt now. If this is a free pass as ever, I've seen one now because you're saying that he hasn't been backed in the January transfer window. Leach is just out of the ACL now for the rest of the season. Luke Shaw is nearly back, but what does that mean? Mason Mount's out for ages, but nearly back. What does that mean? Malacia is about to leave. Anthony's gone. And you told him you might sell Garnacho as well. Sorry, mate. To be fair, Garnacho might go because of PSR. Then he's had to come out and start saying, oh, yeah, no, he's doing well. I'm working with him. He's happy to work with him, And then basically, you're losing loads of games as well. So he would have basically foreseen, not as bad as this, but okay, I need to get through this. But the problem is, I think is even big. And I'm sorry to add more problems in. It's just to the doom and gloom. But not only have I been agreeing with everything you guys have been saying about this bit, about him maybe not making it, I'm actually even thinking after that. And this is where I get a little bit of fear around if he doesn't marginally improve, even with what he's got, right? Because when we get to the summer, let's have it right, bro. Let's be real. We're going to have a large percentage of these players still. We're not going to have money from Europe. Unless we win the Europa League, you never know. But like Enos is, we'll be able to make a couple of big signings. This marquee striker, they're saying, Giovanni Quenda has been spoken about already. We can do some stuff. But guess what? People like Dallo, Shaw, is anyone going to buy him? Probably not. Rasmus will still be here, probably, maybe.
Casemiro will be gone.
I think Casemiro will probably go.
I think one of those two strikers will be gone. I think one of
those.
But to be fair, when it comes to that, though, we would have said that previously about Rashford, wouldn't we? Have gone, who's going to pick him up? And someone has, in fairness. Now, whether or not Villa pick him up permanently, they activate that buy option, we'll see. What really does hurt all of this today, what really does hurt it all, is the result yesterday. Let's be honest. It's not helped the result yesterday and the performance.
It never helps when you lose.
And actually, the team he picked yesterday has not helped situations either. Because had we won yesterday, and once again, this is hypothetical FC, which I don't like, but had we won yesterday, we'd be coming in today going, it's not ideal, but we've been winning games recently. We'll get to the end of the season, whatever. But not only have we lost again at home, but he's picked a team which highlights the deficiencies that he has, which is, I've got two strikers, they're rubbish. I'm playing Cobby up front, even though I've just actually found a better position for him. So it highlights that. So then when that comes into today of we're not getting anyone, the player that we were linked to, he's actually ended up going to Spurs. Like it's not helped things. And again, this is when I go back to, I don't mind. I genuinely, I'm not doing the outrage of like, it's a disgrace. We haven't brought anyone in for him. He's been hung out to dry, blah, blah, blah. I don't mind that as long as it's acknowledged within the club, the position that we are in, and you're not going to make these rash decisions moving forward. But I don't necessarily trust
You don't
those
trust
people
them.
to
There
not
you
make
go.
those
And
rash decisions. That's my worry.
Well, here's
thank
a
you.
piece. Here's a bit there. Sorry, KG, on this on the thing. What's his name? Luckhurst. Another bit of briefing of what's in this article. Senior Man United sources insist the hierarchy and Ruben Amorim are pleased with United's winter business. Now, obviously, straight away you go briefing. There's no way Amorim's happy with this shit. Impossible. He literally played without a striker the other day, so he's not happy. The club believe Diego Leon, who's obviously coming back in the summer, Patrick Dorgu and Aidan Heaven are high potential recruits for the long term who have not commanded high fees. So Luckhurst would have been told that directly, probably from the press officer Andrew. Let's be real. That's what would have gone out, right? So the club is trying to, and here's the thing now. Owen's alluding to it about not going off, but then the other side is, do you trust INEOS? We do have two options here. Go down the route of the thing that we all said, which KG, you're big on this, what we said we'd sign up to with this. Eric's leaving. I remember you saying it many, many, many times with the little unwritten contract thing.
Yeah.
I want to hear this disgruntlement of understand what this will be. You sign up to it, take all the licks, take all the pain for the bigger vision. You know what I mean? Amorim also telling us in presses after we won 4-0 against Everton, we will come in the storm. This 4-0, no. Amorim telling us after Arsenal and Liverpool, nope, I'm going to learn more about these against Southampton. I can see. I'm telling you lot what I'm seeing. And it's coming to fruition. So we either sign up to that and say, again, I hate the free pass term, but it is that to say, listen, bro, just do the cups, don't worry about the league. It's over. We're going to finish 14th, 15th anyway.
41 points.
41 points. Focus on the cups and get to the summer. Or get this in between or maybe left side of like, well, you can't just keep losing, big man. You've got to do something. You've got to show something. You've got to improve something, even marginally, or this, that, and the other.
How? You can read the super chats and we can get into that. We'll get into that.
That's 20 actually. Let's do that. Dominic says, are you really okay paying 6.5 million loan fee for Tel, which a lot of people are saying, just calm down. It was a big loan fee, 5 million, 6.5, whatever it is.
I don't mind.
It wasn't worth it. So, fair play. Rice and P says, KG, is your hat meant to look like that, or did you just lose a bet?
No, you see, I've always rocked the hats like this.
You have. If they know if they're originals, they will know about the original hats. Like Mike says, he should just resign. He will leave a legend. And Sulai says, exactly, KG, both are useless. Let's keep it 100. That's probably the Zaxi and Hoyland situation. English Talent FC says, I don't trust Amorim, and why should I? He isn't showing me anything. I thought we said no more manager FC. If he can't adapt, he isn't as good as he says he is. This is what KG means of what's creeping in at the minute. Like Mike says, he is going to get sacked, refusing to adapt. Teams have figured us out already. We can expect at least another 7 L's in the league. I mean, the latter, probably true. WJ Barrett says, INEOS have written the season off. Amorim defo safe. Okay. Like we've been talking about, as long as there's that acknowledgement within the hierarchy that, okay, write it off, then cool. Shenanigans says 5 million now on a loan fee for a player gone in 5 months, or 25 million extra to spend in the summer. This was the choice. It's a no-brainer. So, yeah, keep calm. Mysterious Rocket says, I didn't want Tell anyway. We needed someone proven. And English Talent FC says, this ain't Portugal. You have to adapt. There's no identity. Changing formation isn't an identity. Still can't press, can't create, can't defend, can't score. And Show, been a member for 28 months. Shout out to you, Show. Says, took 30 days to sign Dorgu. No replacements for Sancho, Rashford, and Anthony. INEOS are Glazers 2.0. Money saving, no ambition. INEOS out. And Joe Fleming says, confirmed. Joe Fleming says, INEOS are an effing joke. They're looking more and more like the perfect partners for the Glazers by the day. Both of them are absolutely disgusting. And English Talent FC says, Klopp and Arteta were adaptable in their first 18 months, by the way. James Clough says, bad news, our club is a joke. Good news, I've ordered some Optimum nutrition. Shout out to you.
Well done.
The club is a joke, but at least you're getting yourself in shape. Shout out to you, James. You guys can follow James as well. Remember, the QR code's there on the screen, and the link is in the video description below for up to 70% off using the code UnitedView as well for your Optimised supplements. Follow James. Follow James. T says, what is the sins of the past? We never buy in January. We spend big in the summer, and that's where all our flops come from. Support the manager mid-season, for F's sake. And Yan, shout out to you, Nan, says, if Garnacho and Menu were to be sold this window, can we trust INEOS to replace them or just pocket the profit? None of these people can be trusted. And Dwayne says, this is why I said we sacked Eric Ten Hag too late. Premier League became about survival. It's not about Ruben's training ground for Europa, I would assume. He can't get sacked. If he does, the next guy is up for failure. Join the Ruben Amorim Defense League. And there's already had to be one made. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? WJ Barrett said, you all said rip it up, get rid of all of them and play the kids. We can't moan about the clear out. We can't get fleeced anymore. Buying in Jan is suicide. We have to chill and wait till the summer. There are a lot of people who do feel like this. Just calm down. It's crap, but just take the licks and we'll be better for it in the summer. And Bahir says, I believe Bayern made Tell go to Spurs because they owe Spurs still 40 million for Harry Kane. Yeah, I did see this earlier. Spurs didn't want to actually pay Bayern 60 million euros. They were going to give them 20 million and forgive the 40. I would just write that off for Harry Kane. Just let us have Tell for a little bit. I don't think it quite works like that. But you never know with some negotiations. That
you never know that. You never know. You never know. Is it first because he's not part of their plans, and Harry Kane is doing what he's doing. So it kind of makes sense.
You never know. Red Baron says, I'm pretty sure this season is technically Amorim's pre-season. This is about experimenting and figuring things out. Why are we so reactionary? I was speaking to Statman Dave today. Actually, he was like, I was like, I just don't know why he played Kobe Manu there. Well, I'm glad he did because he tried it out. Just got to try things, see what's going on. Okay, not going to do that again. Just like he tried Kobe in the 6. Oh, yeah, didn't work. I'm just trying loads of things. Tried Xerxes. I've tried Hoyland. I've tried Anthony. So he says, and a lot of other people agree with what Red Baron says there. Like, why the reactionary thing? Just he's trying stuff because this is what this season is for. Because the write-off. Joseph says, I'm calm like Owen. KG is going overboard. And WJ Barrett says, brief that weasel. He's toxic. He's saying for clicks. The media are telling lies and we are falling for it. Ignore the outside noise and stay strong. Well, no, I don't think Luckhurst is lying. He has been told that from the club. So the club is lying.
You can tell when it's the language that's used, isn't it? And you sort of go,
and they all say it at the same time.
The same thing. Yeah. You go, oh,
Jamie Jackson drops it. Samuel Luckhurst drops it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who else drops it? Laurie Whitwell drops it. Shout out Laurie. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're privy to this, guys. We know what briefings sound like and look like now. Come on, let's get with the program. VK been a member for 31 months. Shout out to you, bro. That's mad. That's mad support. Says, how do you adapt? We lost to Wolves and Palace, who plays similar system. Yeah. Team Nathan says, my gosh, this fan base is insane. Why do we find it hard to back the manager? We knew this was coming. Heck, he even told us, buckle in and back the manager. Lil Yo-Yo says, Amorim will resign. Amorim will resign. There's too much money to lose. Well, yeah. And Sati Singh says, total disaster. INEOS are the puppets of the Glazers. And Ironic United, last one. And then we're up to date, which is 27 super chats. Everyone having their say.
Thank you
Ironic,
very much,
yeah, absolutely. Ironic United says, can't blindly back anything without any showing. It's a two-way street. Also, we don't have any money. We don't have money, so let's hire a manager who can't use anything we have currently so that we have to spend on a whole new squad. Sense a little bit of irony from the Ironic United. Back to you guys.
That's what we were saying. That's what we were saying about the other day, though, wasn't it? That's what we were saying about the other day. Is this was like the Garnacho stuff and the Kobe stuff, isn't it? About having to sell to fund a rebuild to bring players in for Amorim. That is when you do look at INEOS and go, the lack of planning you have showed has backed Manchester United into a massive, massive corner. And just because you're talking about INEOS doesn't let the Glazers off. Obviously, the Glazers' stewardship of this club for 2 decades has put us in a position where we're having to be like financially, Garnacho, Kobe, Rashford, all right, we'll get him out and that'll be good for us because of pure profit. Like, we're looking at it like that. Manchester United, because of our revenue streams, PSR shouldn't even really be a thing for us, really, with the amount of money that we do bring in. But the fact that it is because of the bad decisions, because of the debt, because of obviously the dividends and all that kind of stuff, that's awful. When it comes to the Glazers, to the prior super chat, that is where they have to get a lot of criticism of And that's why I say don't panic with Amorim. Don't get an itchy trigger finger, because the struggles that he is having, that is partly on you, because you must have known that when you went to Lisbon. When you went to Lisbon to go and get him,
is an understatement.
And 3-4. Well, partly on them,
Partly is an understatement,
and also partly on the players, because the players are shit.
Yeah, no, but I think there's more to be looked at here, and that's why we can't get confused, and we have to understand how PR is used and how the messaging is used, right? I remember them saying about Ander Herrera, he's asking for more money, and that's why they couldn't get the deal done. That wasn't the truth. We don't know. That's the line that they've thrown out is saying Bayern wanted 5 million. We'll never be able to know what they wanted. That's the truth. They've just said that to appease the fans. But then the manager showed you yesterday, he put out a team and said, I'm not using my strikers. That has to tell you that he doesn't see them as part of his long-term future. He doesn't see them as players that he can use to get points. They came on for 10 minutes and we saw what that performance was. So now, guess what? He needed something. We didn't even meet that minimum requirement. And then after you go back and talk about, well, let's look at the sins of the past. Well, if we're talking about the sins of the past, the Glazers just got a cash injection of how much from INEOS, and they put none into the club. INEOS came in and they've gone into their pocket and said, we need a new training ground. We need to develop a training ground at the cost of the women's team.
50 million straight away, I think.
Yeah, but at the cost of the women's team. There is no excuse, because the Glazers have been here this whole time. There is no excuse to say, we have a big issue right now. Man United you got two forwards. You got two forwards that haven't scored a combined amount of goals of maybe 50 between them. I'm going to show it down to 30, 35 career goals. That's who's leading the line for Man United. They're both young, both can't do it. You're telling me that this is okay. It is not okay. And it's how have we got here? Because of these pricks upstairs. So that's what we're getting to now. We're just accepting. They're drip feeding the message of, we want to be more smarter. We want to be more clever in the window. Well, clever in the window would have said, you don't do a strategic review and bring in players for a manager and sack that manager. And now you're stuck with players that you don't need. That's not smart, is it? How is that intelligent? Where does that help you? Then you don't go to fucking Sporting, bring in a guy that doesn't play that same system, someone they interviewed before, and you realize his style of play will not work with these players because you have to change everything. You don't do that, but that's what we did. So don't tell me about intelligence and making the right use of the club, and you're still making shit decisions. You chase Dan Ashworth. Ashworth was on garden leave for so long. He finally gets here, and you got to pay him out. What are we talking about? You can't tell me, we're going to start moving like the best in class. There's been no best in class energy. So then it gets to the manager, because while I say all of this, yeah, we're bringing in all these players. We're bringing in all these guys. Right now, we might have that Sancho situation again, because guess Rashford's going to go and do his thing. And I don't care if Rashford does good or does not. Yeah, he's going to go and smash it. And then you're going to have a situation of, we've got all these centre backs, we've got all these wing backs, but is this manager still going to be here? If it gets to INEOS get a bit itchy and the fans a bit sad and down, not looking where they're supposed to be looking, sack the manager. That's where it'll come down to. I'm ready to say, it's not about tell. I hope you guys are really understanding. This is not about tell. This is about what it means after. I'm ready to say, I don't care. As long as we don't get relegated, I don't care where we finish. I'm happy. I'll take the wins when they come, but I'm going to accept the losses. But I don't think people are ready to get serious. I don't think people are ready to put the seatbelts on, buckle up and understand we are shit now. We're going to go through some dark times and get to the end of the season. I don't think people are ready to do that. Well, and I don't trust INEOS to do that.
What was it like? And I do echo what you're saying there, because we have seen it. And to be fair, yesterday, it's creeping in, guys, because like in the last few games, because we go 1-0 down a lot. We go 1-0 down a lot, or people equalise against us a lot. And I'm telling you, obviously, look, when Man United concede or we're losing, the mood changes. Why wouldn't it? But in recent games, a bit like when we played Rangers, say, KG, wasn't it? We did the match view at the time. They equalised, and there were people being like, Ruben, I don't like that. I don't like you. Or I don't like this. This is getting too much. And then obviously we scored, and then it's fine. And when it was like it yesterday, and I think yesterday, to be fair, it's not to say that he's immune to criticism, because he's not immune to criticism though, in the sense that fine, we did the experiment with Kobe yesterday. All right, cool, it didn't work. You would maybe say, I get it. Xerxes and Haaland, when they came on, they didn't change the game. Could you have done it earlier? Yeah, you probably should have done it earlier. All right, cool. That criticism's allowed without wanting him to get sacked.
Yeah,
I think, again,
absolutely.
when we talk about these conversations, we need to be maturity, but we need to be mature enough as a fan base to be able to have those conversations of, he's got that wrong. I know he's got,
and that's
really
game by game.
That's
even 90 minutes. Everyone gets a rating.
Exactly.
Everyone's decisions gets judged. Like the manager, the players, the flipping. I remember we was cussing the physios one time when someone, is it Delit, had a bleeding head and they couldn't stop the bleed 3 times over.
Yeah.
And we can see, like, everyone can get criticized within the 90 minutes. And I think yesterday was probably one of the obvious ones since Ruben's been here of like, okay, you tried that. That didn't work. Because I heard he gave his reasons beforehand saying they play the same system as us. So basically we have to try something different. We have to try catch them off
It's
guard
adapting to the opposition.
But how come? How do we accept when Man City can say we've got no Rodri, so we're going to struggle, and they've literally fallen off. They've fallen off a cliff. And
No,
like,
the reason why
Rodri.
you can do that is because they're treble winners. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that.
I understand. No, but I understand that. But no, guess what? I'm saying, okay, if you use that, so we're looking at Man City's problems and saying, no Rodri, look at them. Yeah, this team has been bad before. This team was bad with the other guy. Yeah, we've been shit for so long, and a new guy's come in, and you're saying, fix it, please. Somehow he's got to wave a magic wand and get a tune out of players that the other guy couldn't get a tune out of, and he's worked with them before.
Well, that's where, KG, this is my point earlier on, which is that then I think now the eyes do turn to INEOS and the Glazers and say, right, now, if there was ever a time to hold your nerve, it is now. And if you're going to say that we're not going to panic, because you can't go, we're not going to panic about transfers, but we are going to panic about the manager. They don't go, that shouldn't work like that. So you either basically, overall, you don't panic with transfers and with the manager, or you do panic and you buy a load of players and then you sack the manager because you've set the precedent that you will panic.
I know we can't trust. I know the thing about the trust, and we can't just, like, you know what I mean, as they say, jump into bed with INEOS and say, oh yeah, this that. I think he won't get sacked. He won't get sacked because we are now into February, and like you said, guys, we're 13th. And the teams around us, I mean, 9th position, which at the time was Brighton when they played us, and they spanked us. Yeah. So that basically shows you can't get above Brighton, a 10th now, even if they've dropped a place. Like, we can't go above.
Well, Palace were 12 yesterday when we played.
Palace,
you know what I mean?
So that shows us, you know, the teams below us, you know, we're what, 12 points from safeties, and that will be enough buffer. We're not going to go down. We won't go down. So I think it makes it almost easier for INEOS to be like, well, we haven't even had a summer window with this manager. We haven't got the players out. We haven't got some serious players in. He hasn't even had a pre-season. And guess what, guys? Money and PSR. Let's be real. Let's be really, really real. Like, even if they wanted to find the resources to do that, I think it's pretty safe. Like, he's not going to get sacked. And I get worried as well. I'm like, I'll tell you, if you keep losing, though, I'll tell you what, fucking hell. Unless it's relegation,
I'm ready. Yeah, that's the only relegation.
Has it this, and this is maybe the interesting thing with it, and maybe this is where people will look back on the decision of when they brought him in and the options that they did have at the time. Do you think, with us being this bad and him switching to the system mid-season, do you think that has kind of hurt his reputation, like with the fans, with the players? You know, that just that little bit of that Ruben Amorim's, that little bit of like belief. And if you knew that you couldn't spend in January, if you knew that, then would it have been worth saying to Ruud van Nistelrooy, actually, mate, take us to the end of the season, and then Ruben, you can come in? Because like you said earlier on, Flex, if Ruben could foresee these issues of, well, if I come in mid-season, I'm going to have these players, they're not going to be able to adapt to how I play. You're telling me now you don't have the money to spend in January, so we can't go out and really and fix that. Is this a really good timing to do this? Would it be better for Ruud to take us to the end of the season because the season is a write-off?
I would love to say
Amarim
yes.
Amarim comes in and has.
I would love to say yes, but we don't.
Or is it better? Or is it better to do that now? Or again, what was the agreement when he came in? Were all of these things on the table of, look, this is going to be rough?
Wouldn't have been, don't worry if it's 14.
You know what I mean? And don't exactly.
Exactly.
Listen, and that's where I go. Has that hurt the perception of him a little bit?
Yeah, it has.
Guys, I don't care. 17th, 16th, 15th. Like, I'm supporting the team. I'm with the team, and it is what it is. I know some people are not comfortable to hear numbers like that, but guess what? This is the situation we find ourselves in. We're going to get some wins, and there's going to wins and losses. That's what our thing's going to look like. We are a true mid-table side. You know how these bottom teams be like, are we going to get 3 points today? Are we going to get anything from the game? That's what we've become. Yeah. And this is what it's going to be until this overhaul happens. Now, even if you're like, it might get to the stage where some people are like, well, I'm pissed off, get rid of the manager. Guess what, guys? If you're talking about saving money and stuff, we're still paying managers. We couldn't even afford to get rid of this manager if we wanted to. And then, we're still paying Ten Hag. But not only that, we're talking about, you're talking about the signings that we brought in. You're going to put yourself in a similar incident. We've just bought Xerxes for Ten Hag system, apparently. It's not working. We bought Rasmus Højlund for Ten Hag system. It's not working. So now you've got these two young players there's an outlay, like it or not. There's been a significant outlay. That's to the sum of 110 million or something. That's just on them. Is that wise? Was that being wise spending? When you now say they're on the bench and you start a guy that was the 6 ahead of them. There's so much. Man United need to commit to someone and say, we are in this for the long haul. You've seen what he can be. You've seen what he can be, what he can deliver. We have to give him time. And that's everyone across the board. I don't want to hear, we're Man United, we're meant to win this game. Because we're not doing Man United things. Man United have just given Rashford to Aston Villa and strengthened their chances. Man United have got rid of Sancho, done all these mad things. Man United are currently sitting low in the table. I don't want to hear we're Man United no more. Getting pumped. We ain't beating Crystal Palace in seasons. We ain't beating them in time. I don't want to hear we are Man United. Those are just empty words right now. That means nothing. We're at the bottom and we have to rebuild and we all have to be ready for this. Simple as that. I don't want to hear, get a tune out. No. Each game, we'll try our best. If we don't get the result, we have to move on to the next game. Simple as that. Don't get relegated.
I'm going to go back to the super chats because there's a big bunch more. Was this the last one? Yeah, it was. So Lil Yo-Yo. Oh, no, I read that one already. It's Scotty. It was Ironic United. There you go. So here we go. English Talent FC says, why are we in this position? Oh, yeah, we backed Eric Ten Hag. And Ray D, the JD, says, more shocking this weekend. United match / transfer window. Speed speared at Rumble. Luka to Lakers and AD to Mavs. Yeah, just crazy stuff going on. And pray for Leacher as well. Yeah, his season's over now with a torn ACL. Not great. Dragason's done his as well, I just saw. Larry says, KG, I really understand you about fans backing a manager. I'm fully behind him as long as we don't get relegated. But even if he said he needs to win in the short term, but even he said he needs to win in the short term so we can buy time to build for the long term. He said that from the start. Exactly. He knows that. Yeah. So that's why. So that's him even saying
it's the same line.
I can't just come here and lose. I can't have a free pass. He said it. He said otherwise.
But he's going to need. But I think he when he was saying stuff like that, he weren't thinking it was going to be this dire. I think he's looking at the Rasmuses and the Xerxes of this world and thinking, guess what? You lot can hold up the ball and do something for me. Yeah. Our strikers they've got how many goals, Premier League goals has Rasmus got? And how many goals has Xerxes got? You would never believe that's possible.
And also we are. This is the other part of it, isn't it? We are. It's because again our home record recently has been awful under him, but. You know, in 2025, we've won some games, and that does settle things down, doesn't it? You know, and that's when I go back to. I think if you accept an INEOS, and almost everyone accepts this is where we're at, where it's like, yeah, we're going to win maybe a game in this competition, a game in that competition. Then we're going to lose some shitty games at home. We're going to lose some shitty games in the Prem. Maybe we'll go away from home and we'll win. Like for instance, Friday. I think the likelihood is that we win. We probably win that game.
You never know.
It won't be pretty, but it won't be pretty. But I think we win that game. The game after that is we play at Spurs away. And the irony is, I know. Well, the thing is, though, I know. Obviously, we lost against them in the Carabao Cup, yeah. But away from home recently, we have been a bit better. And you go, I get that one. And then it will be, we'll play another side at home.
Don't fancy Everton. Well, the next game after that's Everton. Straight away.
But then away. You're forgetting something.
But that's what it'll be.
No, but you're forgetting
something. That's what we've been all season. It's just been we win a couple and we'll lose a few. We don't win back-to-back games in the Prem.
That's
going to be us.
I think you guys are forgetting a major thing. Leacher is a big part of the play. So
Yeah.
if you notice, a lot of the passes that Leacher's been playing into the striker, playing through the lines. Leacher, we kind of not really been using if you talk from a tactical side, we're kind of playing past Ugarte and whoever's in that midfield next to him, his partner. And it's been Leacher, the one playing them passes. Now we don't have Leacher in the system. Who's going to be the
Luke
defender
Shaw, mate.
to progress? You got to be kidding me.
Aiden
You've got to be
Heaven.
kidding me.
He's nearly
Aiden-
You
back.
got to be kidding me.
Aiden
Wow.
Heaven.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I hope
we
he's
gotta
good. I
do,
hope
mate.
Aiden. I hope Aiden's good. I hope he's ready. But even Euro, let's have some
Flex,
real talk.
did you say Luke Shaw? Did you say Luke Shaw?
No, not Luke Shaw. I'm not saying Luke Shaw. That criminal.
Flex-
next to-
flex-
that
flex it.
criminal. Yeah.
That's fucking reckless! Fuck up!
Yeah, well, when he does,
And you're talking about just collecting wins.
We'll just.
I can't believe you're
Not
saying
then.
Luke Shaw flex. That's just taking.
Well, he's
the
got to
piss,
play in
bro.
it. He's got to play until he gets injured. He's got to play now.
Luke. So now we're back to Luke.
Well, of course we are. Well, he's back, isn't he? He's going to be back soon. So what?
How long? How long for?
What? Obviously, he's going to get injured again, but you have to play him until he gets injured.
Hey,
You have to do
well,
something.
Flex, you're a doctor. Flex, you're a doctor, so you'll know exactly
no,
what
he
he's
won't.
going to be in and
Well,
out for.
exactly.
So
And I'll
is he
tell
going to
you
be
this.
fine? Is he going to
I'll tell
be
you this
Flex? Is
one.
he going to be fine?
He's not going to be fine. He's not going to be fine.
Right.
He will play. He will do what he did last time.
2 games.
So I think he played. I think it was about 2 and a bit games in it, and then and the worst thing was it wasn't even one. Oh yeah, I just need to come off. It was the report afterwards. Oh yeah, he's thing again. He's injured. He's injured. But no, we have to find. And I was saying like earlier on today, don't try and sign a defense. Well, like we're ever going to sign anyone today, but I was like, do not try and go and sign a defender to sort it out in house. You got Mazraoui, you can play left centre back. Luke Shaw until he gets injured, gonna have to do something there. Euro, who, like you said, who has been struggling, completely struggling. He's played left a couple of times. You just got to find a way. Lindelof's going to be back. He might have to play some games, because the thing's fucked.
I mean, it's got to win, yeah. I mean, it's got to win.
No, he's got to get through.
win.
That's what you're saying. That's why you're right. He's got to get through.
Absolutely disgrace.
Because the Leacher one, literally, I was saying in the road trip, I think they've put it on the clips. I saw it today, actually. I forgot I was saying it. Like, he has been really important. You're right, KG, as to like what we've been trying to do from the centre back. We've questioned his defending loads.
We play through him. We play through him.
His defending at sometimes has been terrible, but the turn of the year, stepping in, scoring goals, creating chances, getting assists, he's been very, very important. And he actually spends, like you say, a lot of time with the ball.
Facilitator.
We don't have anyone else.
Do we get to now say we can't play good now, whatever, and this is a low level, it's not Rodri, but our most important player that progresses the ball is not here. Do we get to say that? Do we get to say, we can't win games now because that player is not in the team? Do we get to say that?
Well, not wholly, because when he was, we're still 13th. So
I'm saying
City can
we
say that
can
because
go
when they
lower.
were with that guy, they were up there. And
But again, we're talking about I'm talking about the relativity of where we are. I'm saying right now we can sink lower. You're talking about just beating Leicester. Who's going to progress the ball forward? Is what I'm saying. Who in our team does that? That's the thing, because when everyone was losing the ball yesterday, I thought Leach was one of our better players yesterday. I saw Delo throw the ball from a throw-in off the pitch. I witnessed that. I witnessed that with my own eyes.
What did you say when it happened? What did you say?
I just looked at Owen. I said nothing. I looked at Owen. I looked at Owen, and I goes,
"Yeah, literally, honestly, we were. It was. Do you know what? Actually, yesterday was a really strange experience for me because." Obviously, we were really tired because we were up late the night before. And KG, before kickoff, he was giddy. Like, he was being silly.
Yeah, he said, but that was tired because he was actually
and then the game maybe was about 25 minutes after that. He was a shell of a man. We both were.
Yeah.
We were.
Well, you know what the bad thing is?
And it kills the energy.
It does. I don't know what it looked like on TV, but this is how I felt sitting in my seat. I went the first 13 minutes. I
love good game.
Good. Yeah, Amrin could be something here. I was like, Bruno going all the way back there to get the ball. Oh, spraying it. Cobby, nice touch that keeps it.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. Garnacho block. I'm going. I'll tell you what, Ruben, you could be onto something here. Then I'll tell you what I was doing. I was going, Harry Maguire. Tell you what, mate. Mateta ain't doing shit on you, mate. You're getting order. Every time the ball was going there, he was winning all the duels. Mateta couldn't do nothing. And someone pulled me up on it, actually, in the player ratings, because I hadn't seen the goals back in it. And from, where I sit, from where I was sitting, I can't see whose fault things were and stuff. So I was like, to be fair, Maguire did a good job on Mateta for most of the game. Like, I'll give him a 6. And then someone said, "Nah, Flex, you need to see that." And then I watched the goals back. I don't know what he's doing when the ball hits the crossbar. He's just daydreaming.
Everyone's just watching,
And then the one where he's dropped off the line, that's basically played them all onside, and just the not helping Yoro on the cover. I mean, Yoro put himself in no man's land as well, but it was shocking. And remember, KG, remember you're saying give him a new contract, and the thing, this, that, and the other.
He's got an extension.
Bro,
he's got an extension.
Yes,
he plays the ball. Yeah, he plays the ball out from there.
We might have to play him left centre back. I'm not even joking for England, because at least he's all right on the ball. We might have to put him left centre back. Lord God, then delete that is so slow. And then the Mazraoui is, oh God. Jesus.
And guess what? And win and just keep winning, guys, and get a tune out.
No, we can't keep winning. No, that's gaslighting. No, just keep winning.
Just win. Adapt
right,
and
let me
win.
finish
How
this
dare
super
you?
chat. Wait, because there's 42 now. Wait. I was in the middle of this. Fit says can't build without foundations. INEOS needs time. Akil says, at this rate, we will need UNICEF to fix United. It's sad. Larry says, Amorim needs to find a way to win some games in the short term and buy time and belief. If not, the fans and maybe the board will get jittery. Zerbatov says,
I can't believe it.
Is that Zerbatov is that another name they give to Xerxes? Or is that?
Yeah, they got that one as well.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
That's not a real thing.
Yes, Zerbatov.
They call it.
Yeah.
No, I've heard the Zerkamp one.
Yeah, Zerbatov,
even that, I think that's worse. I think Zerkamp's worse than Zerbatov, but it's all a disgrace.
Yeah.
It's all a disgrace.
Right, cool.
It's a
Listen, man,
disgrace.
it happens on the internet. We called Amadinho. It's our emotions, man.
No.
All right.
It
Okay.
needs to stop, man.
Sorry.
No.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Zerbatov. So is that a picture of Steve Harvey drunk or can't drink a drink? What is that? I think it is. People are acting like Amorim is a magician and can somehow stop Onana and the team from doing bozo stuff, or make Rasmus and Xerxes magically score goals. Oh, that's interesting with the name that you got there. Red Baron says, do you think it's a society issue in that people want instant gratification? This Man United is not the Man United we remember. We have been ruined. And VK says, how do you rebuild if we're not in Europe? Huge debts, not complying with PSR, financial fair play.
There you go.
More of a summer sale of our good players than getting any top players. And Lil Yo-Yo says, people are comparing this to Potter at Chelsea, are moving mad. Potter's brought in 5 players in Jan. Amorim has barely been backed. Nonsense. Brains says, KG, understand that this is the plan. Trim the squad as they knew that we wouldn't make Europe. It's always been about cleaning deck. And Matey Boy says, in Eric's first season, we panicked buying Casemiro and Anthony near the deadline. Those 2 transfers alone set us back years. Keep calm. And Bahir says, according to the Muppeteers, Amorim was told about our financial situation. That's why he wanted to come in the summer. This is a prolonged season, which is what we spoke about. Like, this is, like, saying you can foresee that. I'd rather come in the summer, but INEOS pushed and said, now or never. Because basically that shows they didn't want to write off the season in October. They thought he could come in here and get us going again and make something of the season. And clearly that was not the case. Avi says, been here for 18 months. Big up to you. Better buckle in, lads, for the next 18 months. Super dark times ahead. Also, Shaw is good on the ball. He is good on the ball. Not as good as Leachar. He is good on the ball, but we know what's going to happen. We just know what's going to happen.
Who's good on the ball?
Luke Shaw's good on the ball. You don't think Luke Shaw's on the ball?
He just doesn't have the ball at his feet.
When does he touch the ball? When does he have the ball?
No, but you can say that. He's
I don't
good.
care. We ain't seen him in years. We ain't seen him, bro. I don't care if you're good on the ball.
Exercise ball.
Yeah. What ball are you talking about? The guy doesn't play. The guy went to England, and we never. The last thing I heard from the manager was, "Don't get." Not the manager. The owner was, "Don't get injured." And the guy got injured.
KG, it sounds like you don't have heart for a rebuild. We can't get rid of Shaw right now.
I'm ready. No, I'm ready for this. I want to let you know.
We're paying him 200 grand a week. Should we not try and get a game out of him?
I don't want to swear, but Luke Shaw. That's how I feel about that. I don't want to swear, but then I'm just saying,
KG,
I'm ready for a rebuild. No, I'm not going to swear.
It's late. It's late. You can swear.
I'm not going to do it. I'm ready for a rebuild. That's it.
You're ready. You're ready for a rebuild, but you're not ready to swear. Very strange.
No, yeah, good.
And
That's
you're also
good.
ready
That's
for a
I'm in the right
rebuild, but
place.
you won't accept that Luke Shaw will have a role to play, especially that our only left-footed
Oh,
centre
don't
back
take that from Flex, KG. That
is
bullshit.
out
not
for the
gonna
rest
do
of
it.
the season. But the guy's
I'm
on
so-
200 grand a week. We shouldn't try and
I
get
promise
game
you, I'm so pissed off. You couldn't even gaslight me.
Should
into
we
the
try?
reaction
No,
that
can
you
I
did.
ask a question?
You
Can I
just
ask you
swore.
one
You
question?
just swore a little bit.
Piss me off. Is that a swear word?
Piss swear.
Oh, didn't know that.
You get sent
You
out for that
see-
school.
I've got some big ones. I've got in my head right
Wow.
now. I'm telling you.
Can I ask you a serious question? This is not
Yes, go
gaslighting.
ahead.
This is actually a serious. I'm actually deadly serious.
Mhm.
Let me open-ended question, so I don't feel like I'm trying to maneuver.
Yeah.
When
go ahead.
Luke Shaw returns from this injury because he's nearly there, he's training with the team. Our manager Amarim, not me. Our manager said that he needs a few more training sessions, like to get up to speed. What should happen when he's declared fit?
Oh yeah, play for 15 minutes.
Okay. So you think just bring him on for 15 minutes? At the end
Oh
of
no,
each
no, bring him on. He's supposed to play a full game.
starts or no?
Start him. Give him good. We'll get 15 to 20, hopefully 25, and then we won't see him in the next game. Just miss him out.
Fairs.
Yeah.
Fairs. And like you said, you cleared that one up as well. Whenever that is that Mason Mount gets back, obviously. Again,
Yep, same. Yeah,
same. Rinse
in and
repeat.
out. Yeah.
Lil Yo-Yo says KG can Lash Legends play at number 9. Is that a question?
That's
Can Lash
funny.
Legends
That's funny.
yeah.
That's funny still. That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
basically,
this
is a reference.
It's not even a laughing, guys.
Nah, he's
It's not
done,
even
yeah,
a,
he's
wait,
done.
on a serious note,
It's
not even a laughing matter. Like this
What's
team,
this not?
No, KG.
it's-
What
you
KG's
lot
trying to
gotta be-
do is he's trying to dodge that super chat. Yeah,
No,
because
I'm
of his
with
behaviour
you.
at the
I'm with
weekend.
you. I'm with you.
His
I understand my
behaviour at the
behavior.
weekend was
But you
outrageous.
told us
I'm
believe,
so-
bro. You said to
I'm
me
so-
when I say
I believe.
think you
No,
like don't
Flex.
believe this.
Oh, I'm telling
I
you,
need
yeah.
you. You're making me
I
not
believe.
like, what?
No,
Should I go
Flex,
back to how
I believe,
don't-
yeah.
But you
But
don't know his
I'm
behaviour, Flex. You
fuming.
don't know how
Flex.
he was behaving at the weekend. That's why
You
he's
lot
trying to
don't know
dodge
I'm
that super chat.
fuming. I don't think
So
you
what
can
was he
see.
doing then?
I'm fuming, bro.
I
Basically.
can
You
see
guys,
you're
our
highly
club's on.
agitated.
Our team, yeah, we're in
You're
a
really trying to dodge
serious,
it.
guys. I'm not even trying to dodge it. I'm fuming. I need you lot to
Time.
understand. I'm so because I get Lash Legend. I was a disgrace. That's
He
not
was
even where it
disgrace.
is.
He
What
I
is
was a
that?
disgrace.
What is
We'll
that?
get to Flex. I promise you another time. I promise the next show we'll
Dodge it.
happily
You
do
don't
that.
have it.
Yeah,
You don't have it right now. It's not
Flex.
can't-
I swear to
Alright.
God, yeah. This
Yeah.
team and what we're about to do and the mistake that we're gonna make, you give it 2 to 3. You know what? I got the message. I'm getting it's Ten Hagish, you know. I'm getting messages like, I can't wait for KG to wake up and see what's wrong. He keeps backing this man. I'm getting we're not weeks out from say the words. We're not weeks out. We're a couple losses away from you need to say the words. This guy's never gonna be good enough. That's what and you lot may not see it, but I'm telling you, forecasting, that's what's coming. And we're all gonna be sitting here and we're all gonna be saying dumb shit. Couple weeks. And then after I see it coming, bro. Why is he not getting there's no excuses for this? What do you mean? What do you mean? You got Pep that's not going to you got Pep not going to the youth. He's going out and spending. And I get it, they have money, but he ain't upgrading players. And they got a wicked academy. Now, guess what we have to do? We have to now say, hey, Chido, I know you're young. We might have to see you in that first team. I'm actually staying. Hey, youngsters, I know you're not ready.
Now we have to do the Chidi Obi thing. We have to.
There you go. But and then guess what? But hold on.
To.
But guess what's going to happen when you do that? Because we'll go and play this one back. Because you see the same energy that people have for Garnacho. He's been playing for a season. He's got 100 games. Why is he not ready, mate? You should never have got that kid anyway. So we're going to now put ridiculous pressure on those kids to come and deliver because he's played a season. This is the second season. That is what we do, bro. So guess what? The cycle continues. What do you mean? He's played over 50 games. He should be matured. He's 20. He's a kid.
Cycle continuing, KG, yeah? Do you know what the cycle continues? I mentioned this morning. I saw last night people trying to justify how we should have kept Anthony because he got player of the match for his debut for Real Betis. And I was
Did
like,
you see the highlights of his thing as well, by the way?
He wasn't even good, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I was
the keeper saved the thing, and he's going, "Oh yes!"
and also as well, he scored on his debut for us against Arsenal, and then he scored for like 2 or 3 more games afterwards. We've seen how he starts careers at clubs.
No, but can I say something?
And this will be the same with Rashford, Flex. Rashford will go to Aston Villa. If he scores, it will turn into bring him back. Palacios going to go to PSV. Look at him running. Well, we need more left wing backs, and the KG is right when it comes to that.
That's true.
This is when it is buckle in, settle down. It's going to be shit. We are shit. We didn't bring anyone in, right? Get to the summer. Just don't sack the manager. We're not going to get relegated. That's it. Done.
But guys,
and
also,
then calm down.
But obviously we live online, yeah, because like we're in the space. What we do is online. We're on the internet. We stream. We make content, etc., etc. But it is like a small portion of the family. Like when something.
Okay.
I'm out of the stroke, by the way, guys. I don't know what's happening. So
there was this wrestler that I fancied called Dash Legend. I thought she was so nice. I couldn't believe it. She came out and I wasn't ready.
Right,
She's on this thing called NXT. And I was like, I had a visible reaction. And I was like, I even messaged my missus and I was like, oh my days, babes, this wrestling is so good. The athleticism.
You said athleticism.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
No,
Yeah.
well, no, he
was
sent a voice note. He sent a voice note, and then he sent a follow-up voice note being like, ignore all that. Because it was that bad.
athleticism.
And then he was like,
she messaged me back. She just messaged me back saying, you're just looking at Yash. Stop lying.
he threw me under the bus as well because he went and watched it with Owen. Owen's just trying to get...
Owen made me do it. He didn't say this was happening.
It was disgraceful.
I said it was a disgrace. It was a disgrace. But guys,
She ran out.
I got to go anyway.
KG.
I got to do the rest. I got to do the boxing.
Okay. Off you go.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well,
fine.
we're going to finish off right now anyway. I was just going to say that basically, the online thing is not really the general consensus of everything. But listen, let's wrap. Let's wrap the show. It's a small minority. It's a small.
Okay.
Actually, KG, you go because I've got to do these super chats anyway on the way out. So big up to you, bro. Yeah, just leave it like that for now. Reunited says, "Hi guys, I've started a fan channel. I can imagine. From what you're seeing there. I've just googled to see who that is and what he meant, so I could see what he was probably saying. I can imagine. Hi guys, because I don't know any of the new divas. Are they called divas still? Or is that
no? They're superstars.
See?
He ran out. No, she ran out. He went quiet. He started smiling, and then he said, "Is she Nigerian?"
Okay, right. Okay, well,
you can go to my channel and see it. Someone put the time code in the comments.
Right. Okay,
it's not good behavior.
Okay, well, that's we don't condone any of that. Shout out KG, doing KG things, but it looks like he was honest about it and said what he needs to say. So okay, that's fine. Hi guys, I've started a fan channel. I'd love the opportunity to come on the show. P.S. Amarim has been hung out to dry, and we're a disgrace. Shout out to you, Reunited. Good luck with the fan channel.
With the journey.
Well. Yeah. Welcome to the journey. Yes, Christian says KG, he's gone, but prepare the rebuild of my court case against you, Kristen. So yeah. And Postman says, like the start of SpongeBob, are you ready, KG? Larry says, boo, we want to know if Lash Legend can play in the 9. Now I know what's going on. Joe Flem says, I have literally never seen KG this angry, ever. Oh, I've seen him more angry than that. Falcon Shuffle says, Club threw Dorgu under the bus with that social media post. What? Just him signing? What?
I think they did. I think they dropped an interview of him or something, and obviously the comments are filled with, sign a player,
buy some players. Right, I haven't seen it. Poor guy, poor kid. It's just Danny. Been looking for Owen's Wrestle News 36555 for a year now. When does it launch? Are you being because of the fives? You're like, where is that? Because obviously everybody does know that it's Owen Wrestle News 365, just 15, and it is there. So yeah, what's the score? 0-0 still?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, I thought you saw a goal. Sorry.
No,
all right,
no.
Right, there you go, guys. Big up to everyone. We had nearly 3K watching at something. Mike Keegan has tweeted.
I just looked at that, but I'm not really sure what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I was talking to Mike. Oh, do you know what? Mike was supposed to come on. That's really bad, me actually. I will have a talk.
Oh, it's a cricket. They pulled out of a bid for a cricket team.
Who? INEOS. The Glazers.
The Glazers. Yeah.
They wanted to buy a cricket team.
They wanted to buy a cricket team. Glazers pull out of audacious bid to buy a 100 cricket team amid warnings of backlash from furious Man United fans. Rightfully so, because they'd be like, "You've got the money to go buy another sports franchise, if you will,
we need to end
but not
stream.
put any money into the club."
KG's right. I ain't got the energy. That's they can piss off. Yeah. Right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Transfer window is obviously going to shut in a few hours, and nothing will happen.
And we ain't doing shit.
We're not doing anything. So go to bed. Watch Monday Night Football, then go and watch Only Fools and Horses or something. Just do what I do.
Watch Raw on Netflix, and then watch the news on my channel tomorrow about Raw.
Do that. Do that.
Good
That's
plug.
more productive.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
plug. There you go, guys. Smash a like on the video. We are out of here. See you tomorrow morning. We're gone. Peace.